United Emirates Airline had a unique start back in 1985. Per Wikipedia, Dubai's royal family helped launch the airline, which is one of the world's largest. More than 3,600 flights leave Emirates hub in Dubai each week, but that doesn't mean the airline is as widely successful or as welcoming as one might expect. From headlines in the news about disgruntled customers to falling values and shady business deals, there's a lot passengers are unaware of when it comes time to onboard an Emirates flight. Because like any other airline, Emirates has faced plenty of criticism for its business decisions, the way it creates passengers and treats it and staff, and how it makes its money. On airlines in the United States, the purser is simply a flight attendant who gets paid an extra couple of dollars per hour to do the paperwork and coordinate the crew. At Emirates, the purser's responsibilities are much greater, as is their accountability. They have to email the crew before the flight to introduce themselves and assign positions. They do a crew briefing before the flight, and they're also responsible for evaluating other flight attendants. If there's something you're not happy with on your Emirates flight, let the purser know. If you're in first class, they'll take it seriously. They could be in trouble if there's a problem on the flight they're not aware of, so they'll do everything they can to make it right, and will also write a report after the fact sharing what the issue was and what they did to resolve it. Emirates business class is available on most international routes on 777 and A380 aircraft. Lounges or lounge partners are also available in many international airports, and the chauffeur service is a nice and convenient touch. On board, the experience is luxurious and the service is excellent. If complete privacy is what you seek, first class offers spacious seats with closing doors, while business seats on the 777 are next to other passengers and on the A380 are staggered in one cabin. Emirates business class is available on most routes, but is best enjoyed on long-haul flights to fully take advantage of the experience and amenities. Business class seats on Emirates 777 aircraft are slightly larger than seats on the A380, but the A380 features an in-flight bar and has more aisle access due to the way seats are laid out. Flights from Los Angeles, New York, and Washington, D.C. to Dubai fly in the A380, while all other routes from the US use the 777. Emirates is the only airline to have shower spas on commercial aircraft since Etihad retired its A380s, and they're such a treat. Not only are there 2 showers, but there is also a dedicated shower attendant. Some people are surprised to learn that these aren't flight attendants, rather they actually sit in passenger seats for takeoff and landing. You can tell them apart from the rest of the crew based on the fact that they wear trousers rather than the usual skirts. Unfortunately, the shower attendants aren't treated especially well, so be extra nice to them. They make a fraction of what the other crew members make. Emirates is well known for pouring endless Dom Perignon in its first class. If you're anything, you have a limit on how many drinks you can enjoy on a flight, and you don't want to waste out on subpar champagne. When you're on the ground in the United States, you can expect that you'll only be served business class champagne, which might be Moet or Veuve Clicquot. That's because Emirates has to pay taxes on alcohol served on the ground in the United States, causing the airline to only offer a limited selection. Customers flying business class with Emirates have complimentary access to chauffeur pickup and drop-off to and from their home or hotel to airport. In Dubai, you'll be picked up in a BMW 5 Series touring car. This is available in 70 cities and can be scheduled when you book your flight or later through Manage Your Booking. When you land, stop at the chauffeur drive desk to check in. Know that chauffeur service is only available to customers who book a business class ticket, not to those who book an economy ticket and upgrade to business. Emirates Lounges are available to customers flying in first or business class and are open 24 hours a day. In Dubai, you can visit the Moet and Shandon Champagne Lounge, which serves 4 of the brand's champagnes and canapes created by Michelin-starred chefs. In Dubai's other business class lounge, in concourses A, B, and C, there are lounge areas, a dining room, bar areas with complimentary wines, beer, and premium spirits, a health hub with options like salads and smoothies, dedicated quiet areas, and free Wi-Fi. If your flight departs from Concourse A, you can board directly from the lounge. If you're on one of Emirates' older planes, you'll notice a phone on your armrest, and in it, you'll see a button that looks like a flight attendant with a telephone. Push it, and you can call the flight attendant to place your order. In practice, people usually misuse it and assume it's the call button, so you may find that the crew just shows up at your seat instead. But the phone does in fact ring in the galley when you push that button. If you're on a flight operated by Emirates' new Boeing 777, you can even video call the crew to order room service. While crews generally won't be huge fans of this, since they're often caught off guard, it's a feature that's there. Emirates describes its first-class experience as close as it comes to your own private jet. The biggest difference between the business class and first class is privacy. In the first class, you get a private suite with closing doors, a flat-screen TV, a bed and a chair, a shower spa, and access to first-class lounges. In business class, your seats are next to other passengers, so you don't get the same privacy. You also don't have a bed and separate chair, but a chair that turns into a bed. Meal options are similar and served on the same dishware in both classes. All Emirates business class meals, no matter the flight length, are served on Royal Doulton fine bone china with custom-made Robert Welch cutlery with a linen tablecloth and napkins. Long-haul flights feature breakfast, a snack, often a tofu poke bowl or lamb pie, and a 3-course lunch or dinner showcasing Middle Eastern, Indian, European, and Asian flavors. Short and medium-haul flights include one meal. All come with a juice option: orange, watermelon, apple, mango, tomato, soft drinks, hot tea, or coffee. All business class passengers are offered a warm towel, welcome drink, and a bowl of nuts on arrival. Before bed, a turn-down service is offered where you'll get chocolates, a mattress, and a full-size pillow. Bathrooms are spacious and feature designer products. All passengers on Emirates have access to more than 2,000 movies. The A380 features a round bar with leather seating and tables for business class passengers. A bartender is always staffed, and you can help yourself to snacks such as sandwiches, fruit, and cake. There are also newspapers and travel magazines you can take back to your seat. One of the best kept secrets to getting upgraded on Emirates using miles is to make the request at the airport or even on board the flight. While there are capacity controls when upgrading in advance, in theory you can upgrade with the last seat available either at the airport or on board the flight. However, not all airport staff or crews are correctly trained on this. It always pays to have some Skywards miles in your account, as you can even upgrade a business class award ticket to first class using miles. All Emirates planes have an onboard Polaroid camera. This allows the crew to take pictures of passengers and then put them in a cute picture frame that you can take with you as a memory. You can always ask about this, though typically this will be volunteered if you're celebrating a special occasion or have a fun crew.
Premium cabins are often the first to see them, and the Emirates program is no exception. First-class passengers are the biggest beneficiaries, but in many cases some of those upgrades eventually filter through the plane. Although we doubt the economy class cabin will see the champagne and caviar experience anytime soon. The champagne and caviar experience is also being elevated. Emirates' first-class experience, always the benchmark for service excellence, has been upped a notch in 2022. Customers can now savor unlimited portions of Persian caviar as part of the Dine On Demand service with an exquisite pairing of the world-renowned Dom Perignon vintage champagne.
Let us know your opinion about Emirates Airlines in the comments section below.
Now that we've come to the end of this video, I want to thank you for sticking with me, and I'd love to know what you think of it. Just comment down below. Also, if you like this video, make sure you like it and stay safe. Today's video is over, but if you want to see more, there's one on the screen right now. I'll see you in the next video.